Hey folks, welcome back to Planet Tyro. I'm your host, Donald Wonder. Today I actually get to talk about something I wanted to speak about for the longest time. One of my all-time favourite, dark, twisted, satirical comedy shows that is British, that to this day is very underground, very, it's got a very relatively small fan base, but I do want to bring awareness to the show for the freaks, for the people who are as twisted as I am. Now, the funny thing and the most interesting thing about the show is, for me liking the show for over a decade, I had no idea who the director was. I never looked into it. And to my surprise, the director did a couple of things you might know. One thing in particular that was actually really well known globally. So it's not just about Jam, the series, but it's about the director himself. Let's get into it.
Tyro Media.
Alright folks, we're talking about Jam. Jam! Folks, I do apologise for my outburst there. This show brings out the darkness in me. Now, Jam was a 6-episode dark sketch comedy show that ran, I believe, in 1999 on Channel 4, I believe it was, television. And it had a short run on TV, and later there was a DVD release that I got there, I'll show you in a moment. And it was crazy. This was just, I saw this when I was young and it just blew my mind. And before I get into the series, I want to speak about the director, Christopher Morris. Christopher Morris, to my surprise, has actually worked on a few well-known British comedy shows that did well way before Jam. He did On the Hour, The News Today, Brass Eye, which is most worldly known. And ironically, before Jam, he actually had a radio show that had a very big cult following for years called Blue Jam. And on Blue Jam, he would have these dark sketches and these crazy celebrity interviews and stuff like that. Obviously, I never heard of the show. I believe you can buy it on audio as well. And it had a cult following. And from what I can tell, Jam is the evolution of the Blue Jam radio show. Correct me if I'm wrong, but just doing my research, it seems like it really did evolve into this TV show. Now, those shows I just mentioned, you might not have any idea about them because they were early 90s comedies. To be honest with you, the only one I watched before Jam was Brass Eye, because that was on all the time. But there is one thing he did make, Christopher Morris made, that really took the world, not by storm, but it was very, very well known, it was very well received, and it was pretty controversial. Christopher Morris was the director of Four Lions. Four Lions was that movie about those 4 dumbass Islamic terrorists that want to set off a terrorist incident, a terrorist bomb. And it was another dark comedy. It played to his strengths again, and it was very clever, very well written, very well executed, and it just isn't a dumb comedy satire. It is just, even the Muslims, a lot of the Islam Muslims, they found it very appropriate. It was well received, and there's even an interview with him, which I'll put on the screen, you can check it out on YouTube, where he explains his thought process. This guy's really intelligent. He really knows how to write great satirical comedy. It's twisted, it's dark, and it is offensive, but I think it's clever. And that's where Jam comes in. Now, as I said before, Jam was something I saw when I was a teen, like when I was in secondary high school, and I just flicked on the channel one day and I saw this crazy ass sketch of these people doing these weird things, but it wasn't just the things they were doing, it was the dialogue, it was the cinematography, it was everything, the whole package. It was a surreal experience that spoke to me. I don't know why, but I just thought it was fresh, it was clever, and to this day, even though it's over 12 years old or whatever, I watched it again on YouTube. It's only 6 episodes, it's really short, it's only half an hour of episodes, and I was like, wow man, this actually, I still haven't seen something that does things in this particular package. This is very unique, it's very clever, and because it's a sketch show, I can't really get into spoilers because it's just random. It's a small group of actors as well that play all the sketches. it's just really done well. The opening, as you saw, that parodied when I started the video, was just crazy. But I mean, Christopher Morris, I really wanted to see more of this. Now, I'm not surprised this was so short-lived, because this is the kind of thing a lot of people aren't going to like. And to that extent, even though I'm going to recommend it, I will say check out an episode on YouTube first. I'll put an annotation on the screen to check it out. You can get it for cheap. The DVD, I've got the DVD here. I've got the DVD collection. It only costs £8. I'm sure you can get it in dollars. It might, I don't think it's on Netflix or anything. And man, this was great, because I'm glad he brought it on DVD, because it does have a cult following now. You can get the small episodes on DVD. It only comes in 2 discs. Now, this is the main disc that has the 6 episodes on it. This is the special features. Now, this guy, Christopher Morris, is funny, because these aren't exactly special features. This is just an inverted version of the series. So he takes us already crazy and makes it even crazier on this disc. And actually, I think it just plays to how special and unique this show is. It's so short, it's so fun. And honestly, this could be another parody gift. If you want to give something that will just be like, what the fuck? I think this is just a funny gift to give someone that will just, what the hell is wrong with you, man? But again, I will give fair warning, guys. This show is not for kids at all. Over 18, it can be offensive, it can be sexual, it can be violent, all the above. But I really commend Mr. Morris on his creativity. I kind of wish there was a continuation of this. I know maybe you can't get the same actors, but I think the idea, the concept, and the package, I want Christopher Morris behind the helm to do this again. I would love to see more, but it's been over 10 years, so it's probably not going to happen, but you never know. You know, if you get the words out there, people, if you like what you see, guys, let me know in the comments below. But obviously, I have to give Jam a high, Cinema Hall of Fame. Sorry, Hall of Fame. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's short, it's sweet. This is very niche-y, and I think, well, you have to try it out to like it, because it's not going to be for everyone, but it worked for me, and I'm so happy to see that the reviews for people who have seen it on Amazon, who have bought it, are stupendous. Even on IMDb, it's got high ratings. So it's not just me. I think it just hasn't got the awareness, and it's very small scale, and it was only in Britain anyway. So, who knows? Maybe in 10 years, 20 years, it'll be the show that we wish we watched back then. But that's why I'm reviewing it now, because I think it deserves all the accolades and all the praise and the small fan base it got. So I hope it gets bigger. And lastly, I want to end on saying Christopher Morris, he actually worked with the guy who did Black Mirror. They did some stuff before, and I was happy to hear he was going to write an episode of Black Mirror, because I think his twisted satire comedy would play perfectly to Black Mirror. They did try something to do before, but it didn't work out. So I hope they do get to work together again. I know they know each other and they do want to do something. So anyway, if you guys don't know what the hell I'm talking about and you just think this is crazy, check out an episode. And you know what? Let me know in the comments below. If you've already seen Jam, let me know what you thought of it. And if you have seen it and you think I'm a crazy fucking bastard for recommending it, I do apologize. But it is what it is, guys. And I had to get this love off my show on video, and now I have, so I'm gonna leave it at that. So guys, thanks for watching the video. If this is your first time on Planet Tyro, welcome to the channel. I do all sorts of reviews here, guys. Animation, books, TV, what have you. I would love for you to subscribe and get those videos straight to your YouTube channel. But until then, I'm gonna leave it here, because this one's been long enough. And I'll see you in the next video, people. Take care now. Peace.